Ladies and gentlemen, he was born Rowan Smith on December 17th. You understand me? Grew up in Mandeville, Manchester. He's known on stage as Anthony Cruz. I am still wondering that you were born Rowan Smith and then you pick up the stage name. Where from the Anthony Cruz?
Easy.
But before then, let's go online and say welcome to Anthony Cruz. Mr. Cruz.
Well, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, and good night to the fans right across the world. You know?
Bless
yeah,
you.
right across the world who is locked in right now to the big show, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been watching you, Lagazee, for a very long time, but as we know, nothing happened before the time, you know what I'm saying? So, as I'm saying, as you were saying, well, Anthony is my middle name, and Cruz is just a name where we wanted something different in the reggae music, you know, that stood out, and that's exactly what happened over the years. You know, you never really hear a Cruz. That Cruz is a Spanish name, you know, and usually, you know, I used to live in Miami, going back and forth, and you know, people always ask me if I'm Spanish. You know, they always say, "You Espanol?" And I say, "No, Jamaican." You know, so I just say, you know, I'm gonna use the name the Cruz, you know, since, you know, and I've never really heard a Cruz in reggae music, so we just put the Anthony and the Cruz, and you know, it was so funny when you know, we were trying to find a name for me, you know, because me, I sing a name Kashif Lindo, you know, Willie Lindo, my brethren them, and it was so funny because people were like, "Him can't sing, man," so I could call him singing, like, and then I said singing this, or you know, they're gonna try to give me something. Yeah. I said, no, man, too much reggae artists have like singing this and
singing
and so
that.
One man I say, "Rough man, give me Anthony Rough," you know, and they must say have a good voice, man, and by sweet, give Anthony sweetness, and we were just making a whole lot of, it was just so much fun trying to find a name that would fit me, you know, and we just decided to use Anthony Cruz because it sounds professional and it sounds nice and it just sounds different in the reggae music, and that's what it came out to be. So that's how I came up with Anthony Cruz. So Anthony is my middle name.
All right. So with the Cruz now, with all these suggestions, like Pig singing this, some say Anthony Ruff, some say this, what exactly happened before you settled on the name Cruz with your middle name?
What exactly happened?
Yes, what exactly happened?
With what?
With the fact that you accept the name Cruz, you know.
Well, everybody everybody loved it, and it just worked quite well, you know. It just took off instantly because when I got my first #1 song, Just Call My Name, produced by Willie Lindo on the Heavy Beat Records, and Really Together Rhythm. May I tell you, that was my first #1 song when me de Miami. You understand? I can remember big sound like Stone Love, Metro Media, and that's where I earned my first 200 US dollars for that work.
Wow.
Yes. I mean, I said, wow, so much money in that music.
In which year was that? That was, I was 20? I was 20 in my 23, 24. So that's a good little while. Couple years well, you know. But that song was a very, 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 very big song for me. A very huge song. A lot of people, even up to today, you know. It goes, the very first time I saw you, oh girl, you look so fine, and I had that feeling that one day you'd be mine. Now I've got you in my arms, girl, and I'll never let you go. I'll do anything to prove, girl, just so you know, for your love. Don't you know that I'll go anywhere just to show you how much I care. Lord, just call my name and I will be there. Yeah, man, big tune.
Wow. And all the big sound system them have this pan plate.
Oh, what you talk about, man? Me I cut them double before people start see my face.
Wow.
Me I double play on them tune because back in the days, it was just record and cassette and people are hear your voice and it was so amazing to me that you can go into a studio, make a song, because I wrote that song by my bedside, wrote that song and sing it and it becomes a hit. I wasn't even a part of selling that record, because I mean, we used to go to the record shop, them go drop off the records, and I can remember this specific record store, one in Lauderhill and one in down south near Rankin Records, and I every Friday, Willie used to send me go drop off the record them, and he always say, yo, that tune you gone, everybody come here ask for that tune, that tune a big tune, That is, this is my first experience of having a number one song, and I can remember, what are you the name again? But it's just to get up every morning and just hear that song all over. 99 jams in Miami. People at Jamaica send it back to my family. And that was just my first experience of having a big number one song. And it felt so good. And just from there, it has just been upward for me, So,
all right.
Yes, man.
All right. We are about to step into the life of Anthony Cruz. We are about to hit the nail on the right side. Now, excuse me if I didn't do this from the beginning, but we live on Asaase 99.5 in Accra. We're transmitting from the Kweku Sechi Adu studio in number 7 Fitzsecular Road, Cantonment. And we're live in Kumasi on 98.5 in Ashanti region.
Yes,
and then we're live in Cape Coast on 100.3. And we're live in the northern region, Tamale, on 99.7. Listen, Asaase Radio is live in 4 main regions in Ghana.
What?
And by far, we have 30 million people are tuning to the show. This is the biggest reggae dancer platform in the whole of Africa, without a doubt. And King Lagazee Sound International, we govern it.
Jaja.
And our guest today is from Mandeville, Manchester, Jamaica. The one named Mr. Cruz. Now, Mr. Cruz, tell us about the experience from the beginning. Even though we've read on the internet, sometimes I don't want to deal with what is written on the internet, because when I got to Jamaica last year, and I made history being the first Ghanaian to have won a clash in Dancehall Thursdays and the second African to have won a clash in Jamaica. Listen, I realized that a lot of the things written on the internet are false. When you are on the ground, you see the right things that, you be like, oh, really? But I read about this A, B, C, D, S, Y, Z, but all these things are false. Now, tell us about where you were born, how you grew up, the kind of parents you were born to. Was it Rastafari? Was it Christian? Were you Churchika from the beginning? Let us know who exactly, is Anthony Cruz.
Well, I grew up in the country, because Manchester is like the country area, the place where, the farmers are, the place where, you go and catch your water, from the tank, you go and tie out the goats, you go and tie out the cows, and all of them things. So I grew up playing marble, just typical young boy stuff, I grew up around a lot of my uncles and my grand uncle do a lot of mechanic work, and I also went to Mandeville All Age. I went to Homewood Technical. Those are 2 schools that really gave me a good proper education, especially Homewood, because Homewood is a school not only, it has a lot of skills where you can learn
like to be a mechanic. You can learn to be a carpenter. You can learn to be an architect. You can learn to any skill you can think of, a welder, a mason, anything that can be, you can use as a skill to survive differently from having an education. That's one of the schools that provides that form of academic for youths. And I really have to big up home with them, and it's just fun growing up in the country, man, and it's just a joy. As I said, the school, getting an education is very important because, when you get a good education, when you're in music, you learn to, speak properly, how to conduct your interviews and, not being ignorant about stuff and arrogant and, just humble yourself and, let the Most High give you what you need to get, because a lot of youths are so disconnected from God right now. All the praise, negativity and evil, and we have surpassed them things. We grow different and we grow with principles and all of them things. So, I have to big up my family and trust my man, uncle them, father, mother, my cousin them, even my parents, even my family, friends, because I can remember going to school, when I have to pass about 6-7 men working. I have to make sure my shirt and my pants, my shoes well clean, my hair well groomed, and them thing there. When I pass, I have to say good afternoon, good evening, so those are the principles that I grew up on. And I really love that because that has taken me a far way, even in the music business, you have to, being an artist is not only singing music and making money. You have to have respect. You have to be humble. You have to have manners. You have to have patience. You have, you have to just have those good characters in order to elevate and make you a great artist. If you notice artists like Bob Marley and Dennis Brown and Garnet Silk and all of them artists, those are great artists that, grew up on principles and certain things where they could have done some different kind of music because they're from the ghetto also and from the country also, but they choose not to. Because, when a man realizes that you get a gift, you have a good voice, and you have knowledge and wisdom and understanding, then you have to use your voice to put the right message out. That is what music is about. And as we can see, the music has taken a turn over the years where sometimes I wonder how these people sing these kind of music, and people who embrace them. But thank God for conscious artists like myself, Richie Spice, you have Mikey Spice, you have one of the conscious artists. You have Nature Ellis, enough of them youth, the Luciana, Mike General, enough Rasta youth will hold it and hold it properly. Enough time Lucy called me and said, Cruz, I love how you hold it to the ground, hold it to the ground, on the fire. You understand? So it's good when you can have those things and hold on to them.
All right.
Those principles and hold on to them,
All right. A quick one. With Homewood Technical School that you attended, and you made me understand right now that it's a school that you go and you learn skill and all these things. What skill did you learn from Homewood?
All right. I took mechanical engineering.
Okay.
That's working on cars and stuff because my family and are into cars, nice car and fixing cars and all of that. I also did woodwork. It's called woodwork, but it's just like making furnitures, stuff like that. And I took technical drawing also, which is a very good one where you can draw plans for like houses and business places and all of that. So we have all of them skill there. You understand what I'm saying?
All right. So if Anthony Cruz weren't a singer, you would have been one of those, right?
Definitely.
Wow.
Definitely.
Now,
so even if singing probably says singing is because for me, singing is fun for me. You understand? Sometimes I don't remember that I'm an artist until people call to me. That's how my thing. I'm serious.
Yeah.
You know, so for example, I'm into real estate. I've been, you know, going into real estate. And there you go. When you go into real estate and construction and stuff like that, you start realizing that you have to draw plans for the house. You have to draw plans for an apartment complex or a business place. So there you go right back to Homewood again, where you took technical drawing and instead of paying somebody to draw a plan, you draw it yourself.
Definitely.
You understand?
Definitely.
So those things are important. So definitely, you know.
So Mr. Cruz, how did singing step in for the eye?
Okay. Well, I have my family. I have a very big family. I have one of the biggest family in Manchester. You know, make me sure if you're going to the hospital, you have a relative in there. If you're going to a police station, you have a relative in there. If you're going to the streets, we have a relative in there. I have a very, very, very big family. You know, so it's just one of them things that you have the back, you have good family where, you know, just there for you and just encourage you and give you good advices, and you know, everything will work out. You know, they put the Most High first. You know,
definitely. So we understand that Anthony Cruz, you have that big family and all this, and you know, also
I have a lot of Rasta in my family. You know, I have a lot of Rasta
musical family. But we'd like to know, when did singing began with the eye?
Well, all right. You know, going to school, you know, as I said, going to Homewood and stuff, I usually do like, you know, them like a mini concerts that school that you have, that school usually, you know, provide, and, you know, regular knocking on the bench and you sing and your friend them encourage you and stuff. And, you know, I've always watched General Degree is from Manchester and Garnet City is from Manchester, and I've always watched them going to studios in the morning when I go to school and stuff. And I say, you know, I always want, you know, and I discovered I had a voice, and we have sisters who can sing, we have aunts who can sing, we have my father swears he's a big singer same way, you know, but you know, so I have a lot of family members that can sing, but it's who really take it serious and make it into a career, you know what I mean? And when I found out that I had a voice, I just say, you know what? I want to nurture it. I want to be like some of the entertainers. I want to hear my song over the radio. I want to hear, you know, my song I play out in the atmosphere. You know, I want to do shows. So I was inspired by so many artists, so many entertainers, you know. Yeah, man. So when I found out I had a voice, I just say, yo, I'll just go to the studio, you know, and them time they're back in the days, you know, where you have cassette and thing, you record yourself, you flip over the record, you play the version, you sing, and record yourself to a cassette, and you go home and you listen it. And you know, one day, one of my Willie Lindo brother heard my voice. His name is Junior Lindo in New York, and he was like, "Yo, would you like to, you know, go to a studio and, you know, do music professionally?" And I said, I'm ready right now, because it was like a connection and a dream for me. And he said, but you have to move to Florida, you know. Because I used to live in New York too, you know. The big up all the New York crew. But I migrated from Jamaica when I was 16 years old. And, you know, go New York, go live, and I always come back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So when Willie heard my voice now and stuff, you know, he was like, you have a good voice, you know. And it was just history from there, you know. So after, you know, discovering I had my voice, we just work on it, and mature, you know, your whole maturity, you know, the older you get, you learn about your voice and learn how to pitch it, learn how to not sing off key, learn how not to sing flat, you know, just sing on key. Because it's Willie Lindo, that producer is one of the greatest producers. He produced a lot of Beres Hammond, like Inseparable album, One Dance, you know. So I've been around that circle and those Sly and Robbie them, Robbie Lynn them. I've been around those guys.
Okay.
Seen those guys coming and playing music for Willie back in the day. So I've always been seeing those people,
Okay.
And it's just, as I say, you just grow, your voice grow.
Yeah.
I sing from about 17, 18 professionally. I make recording.
Wow.
Right.
Did you have any experience with sound system?
Yes, man. Yeah, man. Definitely. I had a friend in New York had a sound by the name of Flex International. We used to have it in basement.
Flex International.
Right. And we used to, as I said, we used to just, after school, we just go in the basement, flip over the record them, and we sing over the record and record it to the cassette. You understand? So that is how now we would make our own vibe and listen back to it. I mean, I tell you, I sing by some rhythm them and say, oh yeah, say man, this is for me thing, man. Record music, I'm a thing right now,
Definitely.
Yeah, man, and from there it's just been a passion for me, and I just love the music. I don't really like the highlight, like the spotlight, as like being an entertainer and what it comes with. I just love to record and I love to just sing. Even going on stages, I used to have a warm time. As big as my name is and as much as the people want to see you, I always just have this gut feeling, and we just get shy, because I grew up them way then, but I've overcome that, and
Mr. Cruz,
learn how to master my craft, yeah, man.
Talking about mastering your craft and all that, I think recently you and Tony Curtis went back and forth, with some singing style, and it even happened on stage that you have to sing for a woman, and at the end of the day, who will sing better take the woman. And Anthony Cruz won the thing. I'm like, yo.
No, that was Tony Curtis. I think that was my bridge in Hezra.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, man. Bad singer too. Bad singer.
Yeah.
And, it was a Gregory Isaac tribute.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was a Gregory Isaac tribute where we were on stage, and they had this girl up, and we had to me that was a very, 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 that was joy. Joy. You don't know, man, tune for tune, Gregory Isaac for Gregory Isaac, exactly. And good vibes, man. No animosity. I just love, and pick up Hezron because
definitely
general. That's
yeah, man. Hezron is a virgin too. You understand me? Big up to him anywhere in there. And then right after that, you went Tony Curtis to
me and Curtis does a full run one day. Tony Curtis never sing before me. Tony Curtis singing melody, lost me. Usually hear them Argent there sing, and I always admire them same way. Great voices, some youth, sometimes I'll sing over them song back in the days as when I come up same way. So I want to big up all of them youth there.
Yeah.
Chiller youth same way. Yes, man, Yeah, man. And and we forget how it started, But me I said to him, say, it's a good way to promote our music because I have a lot of music. Any topic you touch, I can give you at least 2 songs out of that. You understand? And I tell you, we have music from me. I have about 10 albums right now that people have never heard.
Wow.
Ready. But this is how the music works, You have to work. So sometimes you're working and people think that, they don't really hear you, so them feel like, say, nothing go on for you. But when you check Dennis Brown catalog and, John Holt and Alton Ellis and Delroy Wilson, Bob Marley, they have a lot of music, because in order to have substance and stay in this music business, you have to have good quality music, and you're not just going to a studio and just throwing some auto-tune on your voice and throw it out there. You want to call in the musician, get the correct musician, the proper bass player, the drum player, the keyboard player, and play the music right, and get the right sound and get the right harmony singer. So it takes a while to do production. You understand what I say? So when you do that now, you have some good quality music. I mean, right now, I don't have to sing a next song right now. I don't have to sing a next song. The amount of music I have. I have a whole album. I have a whole album with just pure combination. Anthony Cruz and Brigadier Jerry, Anthony Cruz and Josie Whale, Anthony Cruz and you know, hear them thing they yet, Anthony Cruz and Dennis Brown.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
So I have so much work that right now, all I'm doing right now is just kicking back and I'm going to just unleash everything. You know, and I tell you about one good 20 years worth of work.
Wow.
So, right. So music is nothing to rush and it's not all about money. You see how some people just all about money and just greedy and just gravelicious, and that's not music. That's not a music thing, that man. That thing there is just hustling and you know and you know we run down money and we run down good music.
Definitely.
That's what we run.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we have so much work, man. I tell you, man, I trouble the road, man.
All right. Now let's hit back to track. When you migrated now to New York. And
I was 16 years old when I went to New York. 16. So I go to school, I finished school. I never really finished homewood, but my parents, my father, filed for me. I just have to move. I just move from then and you know just been going back and forth up to this day. You know?
All right. So after you released your first single, that went viral, you know, around then time there. Internet wasn't even popular. You understand me?
No, I went viral, you know. When I released my first single, it hit.
It hit.
You talk about hit tune. You talk about song where you've never seen the artist, or just your voice I carry. And when I go in a record shop and man I say, yo, want a new Anthony Cruz there. Just call my name. Or a new Anthony Cruz there. Me used to have my brethren them, when me and them go to school, buy record and call me and tell me something, just buy one of your record, you know. Them tell that they're youth, but me I sing big people music because being around Willie, I used to write a lot of big people music, like how you say Barris them right, you know. So people thought I was an older person.
Oh, I see.
Right. So me a little youth, I sing big people music. You understand? When I sing about no Ray and a Tim, I sing about being in love and just call my name and I come over. And closer, you know, the type of thing, the big people thing, lovers thing, you know. So them type of music. So people always been hearing my name and thought I was an older person.
All right.
You know, until I start seeing, say, a young youth, same thing to Kashi Linda, the same way.
All right.
You know, because his father write a lot of his songs and, you know, people think, well, you know, yeah, man, that's a very good time, man, writing music, man.
So after the hit single, Just Call My Name, you understand me? When that hit came, which sound system did you first voice a dub plate for?
The first song I voiced a dub plate for was probably Just Call My Name. Yeah. The very first time I hear Lagazee play, you say you sound so fine. And I told a little jump and sound, boy, ya Lagazee, I kill them sound there all the time. And then his sound that tried to test me, surely gonna die.
Yo, Mr. Cruz. Mr. Cruz.
That's Lagazee, why? You know that's why you're the Lagazee.
Mr. Cruz, you must add it.
Good,
you must add it to the dub collection.
Yeah, you know, let me tell you something. You see that song?
Yeah.
I hear a lot of times, me there at my house, I hear sound way back in the mist.
Yeah.
I hear those songs playing, and I'm there on my veranda, and I say, Jano Star.
Wow.
Eh? It just bring me right back to the days I was recording that song. I can remember recording that song, and me and Kashifa do the harmony on that song. I was actually asleep. So I would stand up, wait for Willie, because Willie Linda is a producer, you know, where he's a perfectionist. You know, you don't just go into the studio and you sing a song 1 hour, 2 hours, and think you have a song. No. If I make sure when you're done the song, it's perfectly orchestrated. That means you look at 1 5 hour worth of singing, just your lead vocal alone. And when me come to Jamaica, me see man just go in a studio and knock away an hour or 2 hours and gone. And I say, what? That's how I go. When Willie voicing you talk about 5 6 hours, man. When you come out, you can't believe it's you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And we're not auto-tune and them things don't exist at them time there.
Yeah.
It's a raw, natural vocal with a little reverb, and that's it. You know, I saw me know music, or even with mixing songs.
Yeah.
You know, each instrument you push up, you don't try to take away from the live music. You just put a little reverb on your drum, your bass. You just tune it a little bit. You know, your hi-hat, just touch it up with a little thing, and you get the right raw, authentic sound. Because me, you see, me I mix music from me about 24. Willie teach me a kashif, you know, because we used to have this big old house with this big old studio in it. Big old board long from here to Jericho. And them said, go into the studio and learn. So we are learn engineer a long time. We are learn how to mix long time and how to get the right sound. You understand? So I can tell you when a song is properly mixed, you know, from when a song don't mix, you know. So I learn them things, not only being an artist, but learn being an engineer and a producer. You know, so, and that has helped me with my music. From day one coming up here, you know?
I see.
Yes, man.
I see. Wow. But before
engineering work is something that I've learned also. You know, just by having a whole studio for myself.
Yeah.
You know, my part over there, the big old studio, them alone.
Wow.
Ask anybody where to come a heavy beat.
Wow.
And when Willie crank up a rhythm over there in the tunnel, big speaker them, but just get my book and pen and just start write. I saw we write music. Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Until he found out I was a very good writer. I said, yo, you need to start write 2 tunes for Marcia, you know. Because Marcia Griffiths and all of them used to come and studio, write 2 tunes for, like some of the artists will come there, you know, when I see I come there and thing, and you know.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I've never really written for them, but he always been, you know, pushing me and say, yeah, man, you know.
Yeah. All right,
yeah.
Mr. Cruz, what I want to find out is, when you had a hit song, which sound system in this world did you first voice a dub plate for?
I would say, to be honest, I would say Stone Love. To be honest.
Wow.
I was a Stone Love and Metro Media. Because at that time, those were the 2 dominant sounds, you know. You hear about Stone Love and Metro Media. They always go hand in hand, play a lot of dances together. You know. But my first time hearing my single in a dance hall scene was a brother named G.T. Taylor from Area FM. I can never forget that. I play round a one place named Lane in a Mandeville with a song named Conquering Lion. See? And it just so happened that we just passed through one time. We pull over and we're dead, and it was a song named Tell Me What's Up. I want rhythm named Maca Tree. I mean, I tell you that rhythm them mash up the place. You know? You have the likes of Tyrone Taylor on it, you know, me, Kashif. We are both rhythm them. We don't know what about big artists, you know. Just me and Kashif boss most of them rhythm there, you know. You understand? Michael Russell same way, you know. So that's the first time I heard my song in a dance hall. But cutting a dub, I was a Stone Love at Metro Media. That's the first time I've ever gotten money from that song, Just Call Man. Yeah.
Wow. And as you said,
and guess what? Stone Love at Metro probably never ever see me face before, because that time you don't really have internet and all of them things. It's just the name, it's your voice and your name I carry. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. And when I come to Jamaica, when I come back to Jamaica, like start coming back and forth from my father power, and I stand up in front of people and people that talk about Anthony Cruz and don't know me stand up in front of them. Enough time.
Wow.
Yes, man. I say, yo, you have a singer we come from Miami, we up a heavy beat there, man. But then you would have to come to Jamaica, I'm stand up right in front of people and they don't know it's me. Even up to today, I stand up around people and they talk about me and don't know it's me.
Wow.
Because I'm a very low-key person. I don't really like the hype and I don't really like, you know, I just some growth still, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I love the music and stuff, but I don't like the hype and the, you know, the spotlight and everything. I do just fine, you know, with my voice and, you know, go do my show them and my dub plate them and thing. And, but, you know, it's a low-key, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest is Anthony Cruz all the way from Mandeville in Jamaica.
Fight for the fame and the money and them thing that we don't fight for them thing though, man.
Definitely.
Definitely. We just humble and just know the job bless we in every way. And we just give thanks and when we go to music, I start learn about bad man and jealousy and I hear them the word. That's what kind of thing that
Easy.
You understand? We don't go the way the one.
Yeah, man.
No, man. Bless your youth. And, even interviews, I'm very, very, a lot of people come for interviews. I'm going to tell you the honest truth. I don't really like the interviews. I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
You have to tell people too much about yourself,
Yeah.
And sometimes it's good when people can just see you and just can't really tell what kind of person he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes it's good. It's good for your fans because a man will say a man and say, boy, the man they look serious and the man to laugh with people, But behind the scenes, you're a genuine, real, enough youth where we're full of love and full of,
Yeah.
And them things. But at the same time, you can't really drop your guard because people we trample upon your humbleness and feel like say you're a fool and feel like say them can take you for granted and them can walk over you and thing, But I can tell people this, everybody have two sides to them, and a good and evil around the world, but it's what you make come out of you, because sometimes even when you get angry and you say, just lower that, but at the same time you can defend it, you can do the necessary things to, what you need to do. But as we say, it's all about choice. Life is about choice, the choice that you make. Because if you're a man, two man, it takes two to make an argument. But at the same time, if you're humble enough to say, and can show a man, say, listen, everything good, man.
All right.
You walk your ways and I walk my ways. It can save you from a lot of things.
Definitely.
You understand? If you read the Bible tell you them things there. Yeah, man. So,
all right.
It's always good to be.
On our Facebook page, on Facebook right now, that is the Lagazee Sound International page shared on the Asaase, radio page. I have some couple of messages. The first one is coming from Kweku Mensah, and he said, "Niceness, I love the featuring he did with Buju Banton.
Big tune.
Yeah.
Hey, Lagazee, you not jump on that tune.
May I have it right here, so you understand me?
All right, let me tell you something. Go on, finish your question.
Yeah, man. So, reading the message from the brethren Kweku Mensah. He said, "Niceness, I love the featuring he did with Buju Banton. Place to Bloody, and I hope next year when it comes,
it won't be the same.
It won't be the same. Please, I want to find out from him if Bloody situation has changed as he was seeking in his lyrics. Respects due, Mr. Cruz." And then
all right,
we have Bullet as in Tanab. He said, "More fire 7-star." And then we have our Kabulana Empress Sounds. He said, "Greetings, King Lagazee. Hail Anthony Cruz and everyone." And then she said, "Anthony Cruz, low key." Then she smiled. And then our Kabulan Empress Sounds stepping again and said, "Anthony Cruz, since you don't like interviews, give thanks for giving us an interview too, Rastafari." and then now Kojo Efriye said, "More fire." Now talk to me, Mr. Cruz.
All right. You see Place to Blood,
Yeah.
Place to Blood is a mystical tune, because 99% of the rhythms that I go on last, like I'm the last person to voice on it, I always take the rhythm.
See,
I talk from the beginning, from You Got It Bad to Halfway Tree to Turn It Up, King Jammies. It's just one of them mystical things. But check this out. I drive one day on Red Hills Road, seeing that's in Kingston. And Buju's studio is on Red Hills Road.
Yeah.
It's off Red Hills Road,
Yeah.
And before I voice that song, the youth see me and I say, "Yo, my voice, Richie Spice, I'm a voice, a wood up a man for my rhythm, I'm a voice, Sizzler, I'm a voice, Ray, go around my rhythm." And I said, "No, man, I not go around the rhythm, man. I come voice it, man." I just make up my mind and say, I go voice it. And at the time we were losing, both dancers like Bogle, there were a lot of things are going on at the dance hall. You know, it was just one of them gun thing are going on, and me as a Jano star, the place I run away, you know. And that's what kind of inspired me to write that song. I'm going to write the song, I'm a bridge in the Black Pearl, write the song, and now driving on my van one day, and I spot Bujo right at his gate, looking out. And I said, Gargamel, fly the gate there. That was a thing for your ear, you know. I'm a driving, and I said, listen to that tune now. Because I know it was a hit, you know. I knew it was a hit song. And I played the song to him, and the place too bloody. And I hope next year when it comes, it won't be the same. The place too muddy. Too much man are dead and too much gunshot a fall like rain. We see when I feel it. And I tell you, man, when I hear it, I say, a full tune this, Fifth Element. Because I was with Fifth Element at them time with me, Chuck Fenner and Ricky Spice. And I said, no. You know, I say, I want a liquor youth named Papa Ross from Portmore. So the producer didn't even know how that song was recorded.
Wow.
When I called him, you know, but let me give you a little more info on that. Anyway, Bujo said, check me tomorrow. I said, all right, nothing wrong. I said, sure. I think so it's a combination of them. Because Bujo is a DJ when me, the first time I hear Bujo voice, I said, wow. Wow. When I go to school and everything, then I go to school and I knew I said, yo, a man Gary really sounds so, man. You know, so Bujo is one of my favorite DJ. Without apology, you know, very intelligent DJ, voice, epic, you know, and it was my dream to do a combination with all of my favorite DJs, and that is one of them that came through. And him called me, and then, you know, I left the tape up there with the rhythm and the track and everything. I'm a circle one day and go up there. I said, the studio locked down. I'm going to look through the glass. And when I look through the glass, I can remember the song that I play on Bujo say, I must say, through them have them 6 pounds. Make them a go wrong so like them no response. Near land for distance. I said, ja. I say, yo, goosebump run through my skin in my eye. I said, wow. No, sir. Can't believe, say, Bujo. You know, because Bujo them, when you talk about Bujo, you talk about just Darius and probably Wayne Wonder, you hear them man in a combination. You know, them man they kind of skeptic with who them, you know, them do them thing with. And I tell you, as a younger youth, the first time Bujo see me, I say, what the eye name? I say, Anthony Cruz, man. So the eyes are star, yes, sir. You know, but I've always been a fan of Bujo, man, and that is how that song came about. And remember, me tell you, I drove around with that song about 3 months. I said, I'm rich now, rich. Anthony Cruz and Bujo, I'm rich. You know, and remember, me tell you, man, when that song came out, man, that song, they mash up from all Europe. Oh my man.
Wow.
And I tell you, that dub plate is a very, very expensive dub plate.
You don't see it.
You know, because Bujo say, here what now? A $2,000 for the dub plate, then a Cruz. One for you and one for the eye. You know, $1,000. And I can count the amount of sound system that have that dub. I think Mighty Crown have it. I think Bass Odyssey have it. I think Stone Love have it. And I don't remember who else have it. But I think about 5 people. Because I tell you, man.
A $2,000.
That song is a very, 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 very big song and relevant song up to today. Every lyric, every word. And that is why you have to write music with substance and music will have, you know, longevity, you know? Yeah, man.
Definitely.
And I was just so excited as a younger youth. A voice that tune, you know, Bujo bless me and big him up, man. Not love.
All right. So let's go into this and then we can, you know, also wrap up. Let's talk about the brand new song which is making the hit now, which is making the talk about, you know, the controversies, you know, the up and down, the here and there. But choose when I want to go in at the mix up and all these things, we want to stay on a righteous, you know, aspect. We would like to ask Mr. Cruz, what exactly inspired Oh Lord, the new single?
All right. You see, Oh Lord was inspired by Mikey Spice, I Am I Said. Because when I first heard that rhythm, Because I'm a rhythm person. I like to sing on rhythms that hit me. You know what I mean? So when I first heard that rhythm, I was like, wow. And that is how I wrote Oh Lord. See? When I wrote that song, you know, one day I say, you know what? Would I love go on this rhythm? So I link up Mikey Spice and him say, yeah man, go on a road. But I recorded the song on Mikey Spice 2-track. Right? But I know I had to, in order to get your song to release, you have to have the proper things to release it. So I say, you know, I'm just lick it over. Right? And that is how I took the voice off and we lick the rhythm that you're hearing, Oh Lord, around it. Right? Now that song was a song produced by me for Tad's Records. You understand what I say? So it's like a one production. Nobody else on that rhythm. Nobody else is on that rhythm.
Okay.
And that it was produced for our album.
Okay.
Right? Yes, and also, you know, it's out still enough because a lot of people think that when you don't hear a song in Jamaica, it's not really happening anywhere else. And you Lagazee around the world know there are a lot of hit songs and a lot of number one songs, big songs. We don't even play in Jamaica. So that song has been out, and as I said, we just lick the rhythm around it. If you notice, the horns and everything is played specifically for that song. The guitar, everything. You understand what I'm saying? So the musician, my brother, your favorite is a musician, is a part of of playing that rhythm, Wrong Move and some other youth, you know, because that song was produced in Clarendon. You know, produce it, and after we produce a song, you know, it's up to sell, you know, it do its work. You know, a lot of DJs playing it around the world, because even if you notice, a lot of DJs will tell us a long time them have that song they are playing. You understand? So that is how that song came about. You know, and my brother name Favorite now, where I mean 7 years ago that, you know, that's been 7 years ago. So when we hear that rhythm pop up now, and me I say, hold on. People start tell me, say, my rhythm, somebody advice up my rhythm on the net. And me I say, my rhythm, which rhythm that now? I mean, you know. And when them said it to me, it was the same Oh Lord rhythm, you know. So I start inquire about it now. I say, Favorite, because that's the only person me know have the hard drive for that song. Am I rhythm that? Him say, yes, it's my rhythm. But if you notice, like some of the instruments in the rhythm are drawn down. So you're not going to hear the exact as Oh Lord, because the horns are playing to Oh Lord. In order for other artists to go on it, you have to draw that down, you know. Because it's a show of them writing. You understand what I'm saying? Same drum pattern, same bass, same everything. And there was no problem. There was no problem with that. I mean, we never really have no problem. You know, we still push the man and say, go on, do nothing, eat on the food and rare, you know. So it was confirmed that it was my rhythm, you know. Maybe them draw down some of the instrument or whatever. And there was no problem. So there's no really controversy. It's just the fans out there and the people them. Because when I hear this controversy, me now in a different country, I do something totally different. You understand what I say? And it's just, you know, I don't even know what it is. I can't explain it because I'm not a part of it. You know, I can just remember endorsing, you know, endorsing the whole thing, you know, they were doing, and everybody start rush me. Yo, go on my song, come out now, and everybody just, you know, when you get a little spot, you know, when you get a little look at glory, and you see a little glory, and everybody just start get excited and just start go wild, and everybody rush me, and you know, I say, yo, no relax, man, no relax and thing, but that rhythm, the whole rhythm thing, that rhythm, whether a man want to rename it, a man want say one instrument come out, it's the same, it's coming from the same Oh Lord instrumental. It's the same rhythm, it's the same musician. It was played over, it's the same musicians. And that is what people don't understand. You understand? When you play over a rhythm or you play over something, it's different from when you use somebody cut in bass, in drum, in guitar, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? And there was nothing. We never really have a problem. You know, it's just I don't even understand it, my brother. But I'm not an internet person to go and sit on the internet and talk about my business and every minute I record. Because what I found out, I just say about the internet, I do my research. You see, the internet is where YouTube pay people, right? TikTok pay people. So what these people do, these YouTubers do, anything that can cause controversy or cause mix up or anything that people gravitate to will make them the money. Because they make this money from YouTube. So when people were telling me I'm on the internet and people bash me and all these things, I'm like, what? I didn't even know about that. I didn't even know about that. So when we start going and start research now, I start understanding that the people don't really understand the fullness of how the music business part of the music is. You know, if 2 people owns or 3 people owns, it's just like a piece of land, right? If I give you the go, Lagazee, if you are part of the owner of the land or the rhythm, or if Tads or whoever, each person have to sign off on it before you can get to use it.
Yeah.
Right. But people start using it before they even contact me. People start using it before they even contact Tads. You get what I'm saying? So you have 20 songs on a rhythm where nobody has contacted me, and the youth was sending it out. He's to take the responsibility and the blame for that, because you cannot be sending out a rhythm that I've paid for. Not because you might feel like you play. I don't know what it is, but even if you want to say use a part owner and next man is a part owner, everybody has to give you the right to do what you feel like doing it without a rhythm. And at 2025, I'm learning all of this. You know, I'm learning all of this. I mean, I say, what favorite, the first year tell me these things. And you send out the rhythm from 2022 to Flower Gun, and you send it out to this, and you send it out to that. You can't do them thing there. You understand? Because a big company like Tads International, the company that produce some of the biggest Dennis Brown in my life, some of the biggest Gregory Isaac, you know. You know? So the man, they must know them are years the man they have produce.
Yeah.
So he was wrong for sending out the rhythm to people, and people are voicing the rhythm and not, you know, now everybody has sent me them songs. I say, yo, it was just a one-off project. And, you know, that's where the whole thing just spiral, and, you know, the fans them start going and people start saying, me I stop them career and me I fight against them, and me I say fight against poor Anthony Cruz. Me's one of the kindest youth I can think of, Lagazee. Me's one of the humblest youth.
Yeah.
You know, and my family call me and say, you know, you see the internet not really safe, you know, because of people spread a lot of, you know, it's just one story. You're just hearing one story and one story and one story. And you cannot just hear one side of a story because you don't know what's the other side of the story. And the other side of the story is Tads have 2 albums of that rhythm, you know, already out 3 years ago. So he's not gonna give you the right to put out 20 songs on iTunes, on Spotify, when this man invests in that. This is just my opinion still.
Yeah.
So nobody got the stamp of approval from Tads, even though I was pushing and I say, yo, eat on a dub plate. All me I do try give a man a strength and say, yo, eat on a dub plate, you know, go and push on a thing and get popular after it. And I'm the one who pay the price for it. You know, people, you know, just going off, and, you know, because even when I did that interview with IRFM and I put out, and people understand my half of the story, about 10 million people call me, apologize to me now.
Wow.
People just call and I say, boy, we're sorry, I just what we are here. I mean, I said, and this is just a life experience, my brother. I've learned so much through this, and I'm going to tell you some of the things that I've learned. See, because it arises up a lot of things, you know. One, I have learned that when you're a producer, you cannot leave your master at the studio. You have to keep your thing and guide and protect it, because people will take it up and send it out. People will use it without permission, all kind of things. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
The second thing I've learned is that you cannot judge people. You don't even know this person. You probably never even seen this person. And you judge the person wrongfully because of what you hear about the person.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Try and find out the other story before you start crucify somebody. You understand what I say?
Yeah.
So that's the second thing I've learned. You know, I've learned so much, my brother. I've learned so much.
We
you
give
know,
thanks.
You cannot just take up people's stuff. No matter what you want to say, you cannot just take. Hey, me sing on already. You know, Bitty McLean song "Walk Away from Love."
Yeah.
I have a song called Cruz medley on that rhythm, and I'm probably the only person on that Bitty McLean cut. And you know what I did? I had to research and find Mr. Peckins in England.
Wow.
And ask him, beg him. And when I called him, the man was like, yo, Anthony Cruz, just the name alone. The man said, let me tell you something, it's a joy even speak, it's an honor speaking to you. And I said, Mr. Peckins, may I beg you, please, if you can sit down on a rhythm there. May I beg you, one go on a rhythm there. So you cannot just take up people things, no matter what the situation is. You have to get the right approval before you can use stuff. You have to get the right permission, because you run up in a problems.
Definitely.
You run up in a lawsuit. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be careful, you know. And as I said, man, to me, I don't see what this big thing is about. I have an idea, because when I do my research, I'm a very intelligent youth. I realized that part of the controversy was the boss, the song, and the rhythm. Yeah. So the youth use them, that is what they feed off, and I push it, and they push it and I push the rhythm. So you see in the dancer, like how you say, the two DJ them go at one another. In my opinion, I think that is what they were trying to spark, that controversy. But I am not that type of person. I don't mix in controversy. I don't mix up in mix-up. I don't mix up in what may I have a controversy about. Unless you have to say culture tune, the culture tune, or positive tune for positive tune. I will never, ever come off of my track or stoop low for cuss out a man.
Definitely.
Because music is not about, reggae music is not about controversy and negativity. Reggae music is about positivity. So if you're going to drop a positive song, I drop a positive song. That's the only clash mode going on.
Definitely.
So I realized that is what they were aiming at. The YouTubers and all of them people, they were aiming at. And being knowledgeable to a lot of things and being humble. But just sit back and watch. You know, because when you have the truth, you just have the truth. You know?
Definitely.
I'm going to sit back and watch, and I say, look at this, man. It's like me, I watch a movie. I say, look at this. It showed me how wicked some people can be. If this was something to put me in jail, I would have been in jail. I'd have been in prison, because you don't hear a word from me. And you say all these things about me. You've never met me. You've never seen me. And you're talking all these things about me. You can believe that? So that just showed me how cruel people can be.
Definitely.
And evil people can be. And then when you open your mouth and you speak and you talk, them run gone, because you don't know what the situation is. You don't know what it is. So it has taught me a lot. You know, it has taught me so much, my brother. It has taught me so much. This music business is full of jealousy. It's full of bad mind. And that is why I stay low key. I do not like those type of people. I don't like negativity. I don't like bad mind people. Because you changed my life totally. As you can see, all my features and my ear change.
Definitely.
And my face change.
Definitely.
You know? Because I'm a pretty boy thing me also give them when I just a bus.
Definitely.
And the girls them I say Anthony Cruz. And boy and girl I get thick wet.
You don't see it.
I'm changed my life. You understand what I say? I change my life and just hold on to me one girl and just change my life totally.
Definitely.
You know? And just be true and be clean. All of my skeleton them I may have from your back in the days with different relationship with, you know, whether maybe your friend or your family or you had a past, you know, me just make sure so me clean that up. Me just clean that up and me forgive who for forgive I'm going to move on, I'm going to change my life, I'm going to just live my life as a Rasta youth. I live my life with God. Me clean, me pure.
Definitely.
Understand what I say?
Yeah.
Me didn't even keep friends, not even friends, because as I say, me have one of the biggest family. And you see, my cousin them apart. Or my uncle them, or whoever, or my auntie, or you understand what I say? That's so many rule. Because I know people are very wicked and evil.
Definitely.
You understand? I've lost my daughter to gun violence.
Oh God.
And it's a boy, it's a Jamaican, shoot my daughter and shoot her mother.
Oh
you
God.
Understand what I say? And me still hold up my head as a youth, and I just ask Jah for forgiveness same way for the youth, and I just move on and just move forward. You know? So it's just me as a youth, man, I stay far from people, you know. Me in the country, me used to invest in a livestock. Me get a bridging, some livestock, the man teeth, the whole of my cow them, and I still hold it. I go in a partner, people draw me in a partner, them teeth, my money, them gone with it. I'm just humble and easy, even though Jah bless me 20 million times more. Me and my car park up, people teeth it. I say material things, them, I just love it and make it go on. And just bless me with 3, 4, 5 more. You understand what I say? And I can't defend it. And I can't, you understand what I say? But I choose not to take those parts, because them part there, is either you taking somebody's life or somebody messing with you or your family. And my family is a very serious family, and we just not try to bring down no negativity. Because just being an artist, Lagazee, is very, very, it's not an easy job, you know.
Yeah.
You're out there, you have to try walk the straight path. A man will see you not like you because of the car you drive. A man will see you like you because you're brown or you're good looking or you're handsome, or the girls that talk about you, or your wife talk about you, or somebody's a fan of, you know, it can be so many things a man just see and don't like you. You understand? So it's not very easy being an entertainer. And that is why I stay far. People always say, yo, how come you're just a laid back? They say laid back, I do not even understand music. You understand? You better be laid back and make $1 million than come show some man where you have, because people bad mind. People are very envious and bad mind. I don't know where that come from. I don't know what kind of spell that cast upon people, my brother, being bad mind. I've never seen somebody with something I say should be mine. If I see a man with a nice car, I say, yo, I want a bad car that, you know, but I love to have something like that. But I'm not going to say, him should have it.
Definitely.
Or when I see me along on my face and think I should have one, I don't know how it comes about having that car. So I don't know about them thing there.
Yeah.
Jealousy worse.
Yeah.
I just do me as a person, I just love work hard. I'm a hard working person, dedicated, and everything that I've asked God for, everything when I ask Jah for, believe me, as I sit down here, so I have it.
Definitely.
Never 3, 4 car, I look more time. My driver, I'm a little swift. I say, boy, how much money would I want a Audi with 20 rims on it? How much money would I want a Honda with 20 rims on it? How much money would I want? I say, you can't only drive one. So after you get it, it becomes nothing. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
It becomes nothing because you already conquered that. You already achieved that.
Definitely.
What is next?
Definitely.
What is next? You understand? So, to me, materialistic is just a desire. After you get your heart desire, that's it.
Definitely.
You understand? So, me not really too dwelling on them things, man. Me's a righteous youth. My music alone speak for myself. I have to try explain too much to people, or I try convince nobody. If you listen to my track of music, you can tell that me is a youth from day one, or something is there.
Definitely.
And what
Mr.
is
Cruz.
inside of you, that's what come out. Nothing else.
Definitely, Mr. Cruz.
You understand?
Yeah, man. So, Mr. Cruz has really explained the inspiration and the brouhaha around the song.
Oh Lord, man.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, man.
You understand me?
Big tune. And that song has been a big song from ever since, being all over the world. But I think things happen for a reason, and now Jamaica is, enjoying that song to the fullest. And a lot of people, it's a prayer, you know. Oh Lord is a prayer, you know.
Yeah.
It's a prayer. Yeah, it's a prayer. It's not only a song, it's a prayer. So whether you're a Christian, no matter what religion you are, I mean, I really deal with Rasta is not really a religion thing. It's just, we're spiritual people. We just live and just dwell in our righteousness and spread love. And that is what Rasta is about. And that is why me changed my life. And when me look at me, I say, say, out of everything, a Rasta would I love to be. I love to be a Rasta. And, I realize, say, 90% of my family are Rasta.
Yeah, man.
It's not about lax thing. They're not a lax thing.
Yeah, man.
People ask me if you're a Rasta even before they start saying, I think you're a Rasta.
Yeah.
I say, well, it's in your bloodline. It is what it is,
Definitely. Mr. Cruz, yeah, I've got couple of messages from Al Kabulan Empress, and
yeah.
she said, hail up Taz record,
yes,
it is called Principle, Anthony Cruz, and she said, learning lessons are important in relationship as it can serve for growth. Positive is the mission and the order. Truth and right will always prevail. Give thanks for the change. Domestic violence domestic violence is serious in all forms. Please accept condolences once again. Give thanks, King Lagazee. We just spread love. Yes. Mr. Cruz would like to say condolences on that one there. It's quite unfortunate, and these things we give thanks. Wrapping up, Mr. Cruz, if someone wants to get to you, to deal with you, maybe dot plate, maybe 45, maybe shows and all that, how can the person link you up and then give us your socials?
Yeah. Well, it's very easy. Anthony Cruz Reggae, I would say. Whether you go on Instagram or TikTok, Anthony Cruz Reggae, because there's a Spanish Anthony Cruz that pops up, sometimes. But once you put Anthony Cruz Reggae, you will find me. And King Lagazee, from we make the link now, you don't know, say, as I say, Africa is a place. We just love to come and just tour the whole of Africa.
Yeah.
Just from country to country to country, because in this time we need good leadership, we need good leadership in the reggae music. We need positive message for the youths in the reggae music, and we have lost so many of our entertainers, like Dennis Brown and Silk and John Holt and Alton Ellis. All of them, man, they just push it. So it's very few entertainers right now that stand up for righteousness, and really, my heart goes out to the man that we are fighting, because doing good and is not that easy. It is just as easy as doing bad. And sometimes I wonder why people, do the negative instead of the positive. But it's, it's just, it's way better rewarded, because there's no way God can bless you with life. And you turn a devil, or you turn to the works of the devil, not because of money. Money is not everything. You can't sell your soul for money.
Definitely.
What about, you don't know what God has planned for you after this life. You don't know your future. You don't know tomorrow. So me, I will never turn my back on God. I'll never put money over the Creator. I'll never deceive the Most High. Never. And I can tell you this. Everything that I've asked the Creator for, I own it and I have it right here as I sit here.
We give thanks.
So I've never done to share it and just continue to be an inspiration for the youths then in a positive way, because you can inspire people in a negative way too, but me choose to inspire people in a positive way, and as I say, people just look towards Rastafari and you can learn so much. Look towards Ethiopia, the same Ethiopia where the Bible talk about. Look towards the positive entertainers, look towards the positive DJs, look towards everything that is positive, and you can make it be positive. Not because we don't come and show how much care I have, or how much house me have, or how much apartment complex me have, or how much money me have. People will feel like, say, you don't have anything, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Once you know what you have, and you can help people and inspire people, trust me, because in a society, them sure you say you have a Bentley, you have 20 car and chain around your neck and ray. No, that's not it. We own some of the greatest things. So the greatest blessing Jah has blessed me with, and I give thanks. And Rastafari is the path to try, because everything else is about the devil, gun, sex, I discriminate against people, I put down our black women and all of them things. I have 5 sisters, I got a daughter. There's no way I could have come and sing them song,
Definitely.
Now I lose family by gun violence. And no one could have come sing a gun song. I could never do that. I'd rather shut up my mouth and go plant some cocoa and some yam and that shit.
Definitely.
You understand? But Lagazee, you see which part of the thing there.
Yeah.
So I just want to big up all the fans them right across the world, man. And
all right.
It's a pleasure talking to you.
Respect.
You know, and we just give thanks. And me nah tell you say, me nah promise you a double plate them and I get it. Me have a little issue with a little studio, but we get it together and I make sure you get your dub play them because a long time you check me, you know.
Definitely.
Long, even before now, you know, long from probably Facebook time, you know.
A long time.
But you see me, yeah, a long time. But you see me, I'm a person like this. I'm a very spiritual you. I work off my time and my energy. You know? I like the thing when I do things on my own time, you get the best. I like when people are pushing, force me to do something, and not that you were doing that, but I'm just saying, I like when people, you can't do a video for me, do a video for my party now. My party I come up and you don't know what kind of mind state I'm in. You don't know if I want to put out myself to the public that me want to groom up myself. You know, then look at something there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And put out the right things, and you know, and the people them sometimes are the children. We love the people them see. We love the people them see. We love them because them me have everything we have, but you know some of the people them aggressive and
definitely.
You know, but we still I'll tell them me understand them. Me understand them.
Definitely.
You know? and I love the people them right from Jamaica to Africa. I just love people.
Definitely.
And I would never do anything. Me didn't try harm a man. So some man even try harm me. You understand what I say?
Yeah, man.
So like I see, enough love and enough respect, man.
Salute, Mr.
Girl,
Cruz.
you know.
Yeah, man. Respect. Yeah, man.
Let me just shed a little light on this. This poster that you're seeing, right? If you see, it says Project Shanice, right? Hashtag Save our women and children. Children are the future. Save a life. Stop the violence. It's a campaign that we started when I first lost my daughter about, you know, campaigning against awareness against domestic violence against women and children. And you know, there was so much people around the world offering me all kind of different things, all kind of money, all kind of things. And I realized that the world is based around money, you know? Everybody thinks it's about getting rich and getting money. People want to do a book, people want to do a movie, and I turned all of that down because to me, it didn't sit well with me collecting people money on behalf of whatever we call the thing that do when they give a donation, what them call it again?
Like you being a philanthropist?
No man, like what the word am I look for? When you your farmer a thing where people donate money and what am I forget what them call it?
GoFundMe.
But anyway.
GoFundMe?
No, not GoFundMe. The next one. What them call it again, man?
Charity?
Yes, the charity thing.
Yeah.
And I realized the charity thing to kind of have a little funny thing about it, you know, collecting people money for rare. And I say, you know what? I kind of just put it on pause and educate myself about what you're doing before you do it. You know what I say? And that is why I kind of did put it on pause. But it's something I definitely want to arise back and, you know, travel the world and show the people them that, you know, domestic violence again. A matter of fact, violence against anybody in the world is not a good thing. You know?
Yeah.
You know, and there are so many things that cause that, and we would like to see if we can eradicate some of them things. So, yeah, just a little light on, you know, the Shanice project.
All right, Mr. Cruz.
Looking forward to arise that and thing, you know. So, as I said, big up yourself, enough love, respect. Right across the world, enough love and enough respect. Anthony Cruz. And go and stream. I have so many albums, not only I wait for release, I have so many albums that are out on Spotify. I have one called Light of the World, produced by me and Mixing Finger. Big album. We have all kind of different producers, and that's Sly and Robbie, Tads, so much big producers. You can meet every big producer you can think of. We have them on the albums.
Yeah.
And the big musicians, we have them on the album. So that you can go and check it out on Spotify, iTunes, and I'm sure people are going to surprise that I have so much music.
Definitely.
But nothing happens before the time,
and
we have to prepare ourselves to give people music if you want to be a solid reggae artist. Enough love and enough respect. See?
Respect Anthony Cruz. All right. Man. Yeah, man, people. Would like to say big thanks to Mr. Cruz for spending, time, because it's early morning in Jamaica, and as you know, Mr. Cruz, he doesn't really like interviews and all that, but he said, Lagazee, we have to do this. I remember it's been 14 years now. I had my first interview with Anthony Cruz on TV. You understand me? It's been 14. I checked today on YouTube and I'm like, 14 years? Wow. Yeah. Wow. So Mr. Cruz, I would like to say thank you so much for your time and space. Anytime you have any single, anytime you have an album, please.
Check this out. I have a rhythm that I'm promoting. It's called a Formula.
Okay.
We have Capleton. We also have with me and Luciana. We have Richie Spice. It's called the Formula. Big rhythm. We have so many work. As I say, we have so much work. So
definitely.
All the way we have put out now a work we do 10, 15 years ago.
All right.
You understand? But at the same time, nothing happens before the time. You have to be patient and you have to move with the time.
Definitely.
You understand? Yeah, so the reggae music, it's up and blazing, never stop blazing. No man no rise, no reggae. And no man no bust back, no reggae. Reggae has always been in Europe, in Germany. Like as you know, Africa, you know, gone nowhere.
Definitely.
And nobody no rise back, no reggae, no go so.
Definitely.
Reggae music has always been out there, my brother.
Definitely.
And we always been touring and we welcome the new fans them same way. The older ones, them who know the same way. I just love and respect and just one love, man. See? Rasta. Bless.
All right. So the brand new one from Anthony Cruz. This one is Oh Lord. Anthony Cruz, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Yeah. Cool.